Hi guys, I am Tamara Oktaviani Putri from C class Pancasakti University Tegal. Today I will explain our presentation about my paper. The title is The Procedures of Using Podcasts in Teaching Listening for Junior High School. The content of my presentation, the first chapter is background of the problem and identification of the problem. The first chapter is background of the problem. According to Sharma 2011, listening is a communication method to understand, analyze, and evaluate the listener. What are they listen. Students as a listener are required to be active receiver who are focused listening and understanding the meaning of information being heard. And teacher must condition the class that not too noisy and disturb the students. Teacher can use this technique or strategies to make students understand and enjoy learning listening. One of technique to teaching listening for junior high school is using podcast. Podcast is a new technique and the technology which students need of learning listening inside and outside the classroom. Teacher using this technique can improve students' communication skill, critical thinking, and creativity. And then identification of the problem. How does the teacher using podcast in teaching listening for junior high school? And then chapter 2, theoretical foundation and steps of discussion. Theoretical foundation. The first is the nature of listening. According to Harmer 1988, listening is a skill and assistance we can give students in doing the skills that will help them become better listeners. The goal of listening is to identify what our speakers say and understand the meaning. Listening practice is also the process to get more information using a high concentrate. And then the second is teaching listening in junior high school. Based on Permatasari 2013, an ideal listening class at junior high school should serve both practice and instruction. It means the students need to practice listening to understand the meaning, pronunciation, intonation, grammar, and stress of the material or recording given by teacher. And students need instruction from the teacher to know how learning listening. And the third is the nature of podcasts. Podcasts in the educational setting allow students on-demand access to audio recordings of teacher or other learning materials at their convenience. And the last is procedures of using podcasts. According to Fox 2008, students are asked to do grouping in which each group consists of about 5 students. And then the next slide is step of discussion. The first step is taken to design teaching materials is to determine the main material that is adjusted to the basic competencies and indicators that have been formulated. And the second step is the materials presented in the teaching materials that was developed included the definition of podcast. The step to listening using podcast and the rules of listening and answering the question. And the third step is teacher choose the recording of podcasts which match the basic competencies and indicators that have been formulated. And the last step is activities in the development phase include validating teaching materials, testing materials, and revising teaching materials. And then chapter 3, conclusion and suggestion. Conclusion. These procedures using podcast for teaching listening indicated that it improved students' listening skill. Students can enjoy the class and easier to receiving material. And the suggestion for teachers and the other researcher, teachers should always improve, develop their knowledge and ability to renew and innovate with teaching and learning technique in listening practice in accordance with the demand of the applicable curriculum. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thanks for watching. Bye.